I recommend you to watch AAU television.
AAU TV is the place to be for every person in higher education in Africa. Better be there or be nowhere.
Continuez de regarder la télé et surtout sur le AAU.
Keep watching it and it will change the way you interact with higher education on the continent. AAU, great job.
I want to tell you that AAU television is fantastic, it's educative, it's informative, and it is a must for anybody who is interested in higher education in Africa.
When I was in Accra last year, I did an interview on this TV. It's a very important mouthpiece.
It's a data, it's a bank of all we need for the development of higher education in Africa.
People should make an effort to view it because it discusses very current issues of development across the continent.
I believe that the
Good afternoon. You welcome to the AAU TV Midweek News. We're coming to you live from the headquarters of the Association of African Universities. Now to our top stories for today. In higher education, study challenges Boko Haram anti-education image. And in health, Zimbabwe launches twice early HIV prevention injection. In sports, FIFA commences 2025 review with Ghana FA. International El Mencho killed, violence erupts in Mexico. Please stay with us for more news on the AAU TV Midweek News. My name is Jemima Daladem Buchi. Stay tuned. From the break and now to the news in detail. A new study by researchers at the University of Midweek reveals that many former Boko Haram members did not join the group because of opposition to Western education. Instead, factors such as poverty, cohesion, social pressure, and the need to survive played a major role in recruitment. The study further found that Boko Haram leaders often valued recruits with Western education, particularly those with medical, technical, and teaching skills, which were used to sustain the group's activities.
In a study published in the Journal Africa by Cambridge University Press, researchers interviewed former members of the insurgency, including defectors and rehabilitated fighters. The team sought to understand whether hostility toward Western education truly motivated recruitment. According to the findings, most respondents said it did not. Instead, many cited material incentives, fear, peer pressure, and religious persuasion as key reasons for joining. Researchers reported that experiences within the insurgency actually reinforced the value of Western education, particularly in science, technology, engineering, and medicine. Former members revealed that teachers, doctors, and individuals with technical skills were highly valued within the group. One respondent explained that captured professionals were treated better than ordinary fighters because their knowledge was considered useful. Another disclosed that individuals with computer, medical, or technical expertise were sometimes forced to join to support the group's operations. The study also found that while Boko Haram's founder publicly criticized aspects of Western education, his objections were largely directed at specific subjects such as evolutionary theory and cosmology. Researchers concluded that underlying issues including poverty, inequality, unemployment, and political tension created conditions for extremism to thrive. Despite its propaganda, the study suggests the insurgency recognized the strategic value of Western education. Many former members, according to researchers, now believe education remains essential for personal advancement and for their children's future.
Still on higher education, South Africa's parliament warned that universities and TVET colleges against hiring foreign nationals without following immigration and labor laws. Joint committee meetings revealed institutions were bypassing legal requirements with unreliable data and weak oversight in appointments. Concerns arose that foreign staff were being hired without addressing critical skills shortage. The move aims to protect South African workers and requires institutions to justify foreign appointments based on verified skills shortage.
Parliament has warned universities and technical colleges in South Africa against using internationalization as a cover to bypass immigration and labor laws. This warning came after a joint committee meeting was held in Pretoria, South Africa. Committees discovered unreliable data and weak oversight in the hiring of foreign academics, raising concern about compliance with legal requirements. Foreign appointments must align with the country's critical skill list, Parliament said, and must not replace qualified South Africans. Committee Chair Tebuku Lesi explained that internationalization is important, but it cannot be used as an excuse to ignore the law. He stressed that Parliament value foreign academics, particularly in mathematics and other critical subjects, but institutions must clearly demonstrate skill shortages before recruiting abroad. Oversight visits revealed foreign nationals holding senior administrative roles unrelated to scarce skills, with at least 67 employees in the TVET sector flagged for review. Parliament highlighted that employing undocumented foreigners is a criminal offense under the Immigration Act. Committees also noted ongoing legislation reviews on citizenship, immigration, and refugees, promising continuous scrutiny of universities and TVET colleges to ensure fair and lawful employment practices.
In Harare, Zimbabwe, health authorities launched the Lenacapavir HIV prevention injection for high-risk groups, including women, sex workers, and pregnant or breastfeeding women, offering protection with just 2 doses per year. The rollout aims to reduce new infections, overcome adherence challenges seen with daily oral PrEP, with reliance on donor support from PEPFAR and the Global Fund, while governments plan to expand access despite funding and infrastructure limits.
Young women, mothers holding babies, and some men lined up in the dusty field of the outskirts of Harare for injections of the Lenacapavir, a new HIV prevention drug that only needs 2 doses a year. Zimbabwe, which has suffered tens of thousands of HIV-related deaths over the past 2 decades, is among the first countries in Africa to roll out the drug. Health authorities say Lenacapavir could reshape HIV prevention for high-risk groups. Early recipients, including 27-year-old sex worker Constance Mkuloka, described their injection as life-changing, giving them safety and confidence while avoiding stigma associated with daily pills. Developed by Gilead Sciences, the rollout is supported by PEPFAR and the Global Fund, providing the injection free of charge across 27 sites, reaching an estimated 46,000 people in the first phase. Officials warn that while Lenacapavir is a breakthrough, it is not a replacement for other prevention tools like condoms. They also caution that funding, health system gaps, and patient flow-ups remain challenges for broader impacts. For early recipients, the new injection represents hope in the fight against HIV, signing a major advance in preventing strategies across Zimbabwe.
We'll be back with news on Discovery. Stay tuned.
Explore a whole new world of exciting visuals with AAU TV. Get ready for a mix of interesting talk shows, interviews, discovery documentaries, and news on AAU TV. It's not just about watching TV, it's about experiencing something special. AAU TV reaches over 25 countries in Africa, bringing you a blend of knowledge and fun. Learn about different cultures as you enjoy the shows. If you have events or want to showcase your business, we've got you covered. Watch AAU TV free-to-air channel on satellite. Connect with us on Facebook, Instagram, and X, formerly known as Twitter, at AAU TV. Reach out on call or WhatsApp us at +233 26 629 6601 or +233 20 399 5210. AAU TV, the voice of higher education in Africa.
Hello Africa is your live breakfast show delivering informative, entertaining, and energizing start to your day.
Our expert reviews break down the headlines and help you make sense of today's news.
We bring you nothing but the most interesting highlights on our top African stories.
Plus lifestyle features, inspiring interviews, and the best on the continent.
Every episode is packed with stories that inform, inspire, and celebrate the spirit of the continent.
Catch us live every Monday at 9 a.m.
And be part of the conversation on our social media platforms.
Hello Africa, bringing the continent to your morning.
Welcome back from the break, and now to our discovery story. Nigeria's Federal University in Lafayette now has reliable electricity through a new solar hybrid project launched in December 2025, financed by the African Development Bank as part of the $200 million Energizing Education Program. It serves 8 federal universities with 36.5 megawatts of clean energy. The project ends frequent power cuts, reduce cost, enables hands-on STEM training, and supports Africa's goal of providing electricity to 300 million people by 2030.
At Nigeria's Federal University in Lafayette, North Central Nigeria, students and staff are experiencing uninterrupted electricity thanks to a new solar hybrid project financed by the African Development Bank Group. Vice-Chancellor Professor Shehu Abdul Rahman explained that the intervention has reduced high electricity bills, previously reaching about 25 million naira a month, and allowed the university to redirect resources toward research and other priorities. The system powers classrooms, laboratories, offices, and other facilities, while a renewable energy workshop and training center equips students with hands-on skills in STEM fields. Third-year computer science student Ramat Abdullahi said the reliable electricity has improved his study hours and allowed practical application of classroom lessons. The Lafayette project is one of 8 solar hybrid plants under Phase 3 of the Energizing Education Program, which spans federal universities in Lafayette, Port Harcourt, Duchinma, Yola, Lokoja, Akure, Owerri, and Uyo. Combined, these projects will deliver 36.5 megawatts of electricity, enough to power 8 universities and a teaching hospital and reduce reliance on diesel. At the University of Port Harcourt, monthly electricity costs have fallen from 150 million naira to about 100 million naira. Vice-Chancellor Professor Owenari Jojo highlighted improved security and campus conditions, while the teaching hospital's chief medical director emphasized the critical role of stable power for healthcare, research, and training. Phase 3 will benefit more than 180,000 students and staff, install smart meters and streetlights, and provide renewable energy training, especially for female STEM students, contributing to Africa-wide efforts to expand electricity access under Mission 300.
football governing body FIFA has officially begun its 2025 central review process with the Ghana Football Association through its appointed auditors EY Switzerland. The process follows a successful kickstart meeting and a submission of all required financial documents by the GFA. The review will assess the association's financial accounts for the 2025 FIFA financial year, including the use of FIFA forward funds. FIFA auditors are expected in Ghana in the coming days as the FIFA seeks to maintain its record of successful central reviews.
The Federation of International Football Association, through its auditors, EY Switzerland, has commenced the 2025 central review process with the Ghana Football Association. As part of FIFA's annual financial oversight, a kickstart meeting was held last week between the GFA and the auditors to review the audit plan. Following the meeting, the association submitted all required financial documents and supporting files. FIFA auditors are expected to arrive in Ghana in the coming days to conduct the central review for the 2025 financial year, which runs from January 1 to December 31. The review will cover the GFA's financial accounts, including the management and utilization of FIFA forward funds disbursed during the period. Member associations are required to submit their financial reports by the end of the first quarter, with the central review taking place in the second quarter. Failure to meet these deadlines attracts financial consequences. The current review follows the GFA's successful financial reporting within FIFA timelines and continues the association's strong record of compliance, having passed central reviews from 2019 through to 2024. The Ghana Football Association has welcomed the FIFA audit team and reaffirmed its commitment to working closely with them to ensure another successful central review within the stipulated timelines.
In entertainment, award-winning Ghanaian musician Samini has addressed concerns about increasing presence of foreign music in Ghana's local market, urging artists to see the trend as motivation rather than a threat. Speaking on Joy FM, Samini emphasized the importance of crossing borders through music to gain global exposure. He also highlighted his newly released 8th studio album, Origin 8A, which features several top African artists, and expressed optimism about earning recognition at this year's Teletel Ghana Music Awards.
Ghanaian musician Samini has responded to concerns over the growing influence of foreign music in the local markets, encouraging artists to view the trend as an opportunity for growth rather than competition. Speaking on the Cosmopolitan Mix on Joy FM with Doreen Andor, Samini explained that expanding beyond national borders is essential for artists seeking international relevance and wider exposure. He stressed the importance of studying successful global music strategies and adapting them to one's own crafts. The multiple award-winning musician has also released his 8th studio album titled Origin 8A. The project features collaborations with Stonebwoy, Kofi Kinata, Kwame Eugene, Kaki, Soweto Gospel Choir, and Manifest. Samini says he's hopeful the album will earn him recognition at the Teletel Ghana Music Awards as he continues to champion African music on the global stage.
Stay tuned for business news. Despite controlling Africa's largest coconut cultivation base, Ghana is capturing only a small share of the fast-growing global virgin coconut oil in the market, now valued in the billions of dollars. Analysts say structural challenges, including raw material shortage for local processors, weak organic certification system, and limited processing capacity are preventing the country from fully benefiting from rising global demand. Experts warn that without urgent investment in value addition, Ghana risks remaining a raw material exporter while others reap higher returns.
While Ghana continues to plant millions of coconut seedlings along its western coastline, a multi-billion-dollar global virgin coconut oil market is rapidly expanding across Europe, North America, and Asia. Yet, Africa's leading coconut producer is capturing only a fraction of its growing opportunity. The global virgin coconut oil market is valued at over $2.5 billion in 2025 and is projected to exceed $4 billion by the end of the decade. The global virgin coconut oil market is valued at over $2.5 billion in 2025 and is projected to exceed $4 billion by the end of the decade, driven by demand for natural oils, wellness diet, and cold press extraction methods. Ghana, however, earns just about $12 million annually from the coconut exports, highlighting a significant gap between potential and performance. At the heart of the challenge is the shortage of raw materials for domestic processes. Research from Ghana's Western region shows that international exporters routinely outbid local processors at the farm gate, forcing many processing companies to operate below capacity or shut down entirely. This dynamic undermines local value addition and limits job creation. Ghana is also missing out on the fast-growing organic segment of the virgin coconut oil market, where global buyers increasingly demand certified, traceable, and sustainably produced oils. Although Ghana's smallholders farming systems are well suited to organic productions, weak certification frameworks prevent farmers and processors from earning premium prices. Beyond food markets, significant opportunities exist in cosmetic and personal care, where virgin coconut oil is the key ingredient in high-level skincare products. Global demand for plant-based and sustainably sourced inputs is rising, particularly in Europe and North America. Industry observers say the window for action is narrow. As newly planted coconut trees begin to mature within the next 3 years, Ghana must invest quickly in processing facilities, certification systems, and export logistics. Without these steps, the country risks exporting raw coconuts while losing out on far greater returns from the processed and premium coconut products.
One of Mexico's most powerful drug lords, Nemesio Oseguera, widely known as El Mencho, has been killed following a military operation by Mexican special forces in Jalisco state. Authorities say his death has triggered coordinated retaliatory violence across several regions, including road blockages, arson attack, and flight suspensions. The operation, which reportedly involved U.S. intelligence support, marks one of the most significant blows against organized crimes in Mexico in recent years.
Mexico has confirmed the death of one of its most notorious drug kingpins, Nemesio Oseguera, also known as El Mencho, following a high-level military raid in the western state of Jalisco. Oseguera, the leader of the Jalisco New Generation cartel, died after sustaining injuries during an operation carried out by Mexican special forces in the town of Tapalpa. His body was later transported to Mexico City under heavy security as authorities moved quickly to contain fallout from the operation. The raid comes amid increased pressure on President Claudia Sheinbaum to intensify action against drug cartels accused of trafficking the narcotics into the United States. Reports indicate that the operation was led by Mexican forces with intelligence support from the United States, underscoring growing cross-border cooperation in the fight against organized crime. U.S. officials have since praised the outcome of the operation, describing it as a major step toward regional security. In the hours following confirmation of Oseguera's death, cartel-linked groups launched coordinated retaliatory attacks, setting vehicles ablaze, blocking highways, and touching businesses across more than half a dozen states. While no civilian deaths have been reported, the violence disrupted daily life and prompted heightened security alerts. In the coastal resort city of Puerto Vallarta, thick plumes of smoke were seen rising over the city as airlines including Air Canada, United Airlines, Aeromexico, and American Airlines suspended flights in and out of the area. Schools in several states also canceled classes as a precaution. Oseguera, a former police officer, built the Jalisco New Generation cartel in one of Mexico's most powerful and violent criminal organizations, expanding its activities beyond drug trafficking into fuel theft, extortion, human smuggling, and financial crimes. Under his leadership, the cartel became known for brutal tactics and rapid territorial expansion. Security analysts say his death could weaken the cartel, but may also trigger prolonged internal power struggles and renewed violence. As Mexico escalates its offensive against organized crime, attention is now focused on whether this high-profile operation will lead to lasting disruption of cartel networks or a new phase of instability.
Now, thank you for staying with us, and let's take a quick look at our top stories. In higher education, study challenges Boko Haram anti-education image. And in health, Zimbabwe launches twice yearly HIV prevention injection. In sports, FIFA commences 2025 review with Ghana's FA. International, El Mechengo killed. Violence erupts in Mexico. Now, thanks for sticking with us on the AAU TV Midweek News. You can also get interactive with us on our various social media platforms, Association of African Universities, on Facebook and YouTube. My name is Jemima Daladembuchi. Have a great day.